Hello students, my name is Ritesh Jetwani. Hope you are practicing at your home. Today we are going to see figure of speech. Whenever we learn the name of figure of speech, some of the students they feel very depressed because they feel this figure of speech is little bit difficult. But honestly speaking, this is very easy. We just need to memorize some of the things. Okay, if I talk about figure of speech in the sense it's अलंकार कि जब भी हम किसी सेंटेंस को बोलते हैं यू माइट बी लर्निंग गुजराती और हिंदी ग्रामर, तो हिंदी और गुजराती ग्रामर में ऑलरेडी अलंकार जाते हैं. So this is the same kind of figure of speech. Okay, so I am going to explain you some of the figure of speech which is very important for the students of standard 7 to 12. So let us start. Okay, the first figure of speech is personification. So the meaning of personification is human quality. Whenever we compare any non-living thing with any person, that becomes a personification. For an example, the moon is laughing, so it is not possible moon can't laugh but we are comparing, so the personification, the moon is given the human quality of laughing. The second example is the river is running. So in the same way, river can't run because it is non-living thing. So the personification, the river is given the human quality of running. Okay, the next second one, alliteration. Alliteration means repetition of the same alphabet. If any particular alphabet is repeated again and again, so that is known as alliteration. It clogs and clutters up the mind. In this alliteration, in this example, C is repeated. Alliteration, the sound of the letter C is repeated for the poetic effect. The second example is such a wondrous, fine, fantastic tales. So alliteration, the sound of letter F is repeated for poetic effect. So in alliteration, a particular word, particular letter, not word, particular letter is repeated again and again. Okay, now the third one, repetition. Repetition of the same word when a particular word, as we have seen in alliteration a particular letter, but in repetition a particular word is repeated, so that is known as repetition. They sit and stare and stare and sit. So here sit and stare, both words are repeated again and again. The second example, they used to read, they read and read and read and read and then proceed. So here read word is repeated again and again. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray. So here please word, we word are repeated again and again. Now the fourth one, tautology, same meaning. When two different words are used in a particular sentence having the same meaning, both the words have the same meaning, that is known as tautology. Pure, unadulterated butter available here. So if I talk about pure, you might be knowing the meaning of pure. Pure means 100%, जिसको हम बोलते हैं विदाउट एनी मिक्सिंग, सो उसे हम प्योर बोलते हैं. एंड अनअडल्टेड का मतलब भी वही होता है, विदाउट एनी मिक्सिंग. सो द बोथ वर्ड्स आर सेम, इट्स काइंड ऑफ सिनोनिम, सो दैट इज tautology. Okay, the fifth one, antithesis. Antithesis means opposite words or ideas. When any opposite words or ideas are shown in any sentence, the figure of speech is antithesis. Speech is silvern but silence is golden. So here two different words are given. For an example, two opposite ideas of such and silence are placed together for the poetic effect. Here silence and speech, both opposite words are used. Okay, the sixth one, hyperbole. Hyperbole means if I talk about hyperbole in Hindi, गप्पे हाँकना, over statement. For an example, and stare until their eyes pop out. उन्होंने तब तक देखा जब तक उनकी आंखें बाहर ना निकल आई, which is not possible. The idea expressed is highly exaggerated. Okay, the second example, it makes a child so dull and blind. So what they are trying to say, they are trying to talk about any particular thing which makes a child very dull and blind. ऐसी कोई चीज़ जो बच्चे को बहुत डल और अंधा बना देती है. द आइडिया एक्सप्रेस्ड इज हाईली एग्जैगरेटेड विच इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल. जैसे कि हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना, खून की नदियाँ बह जाना. सो इट इज़ नॉट पॉसिबल बट वी यूज़ दिस काइंड ऑफ sentences. Okay, the seventh one is interrogation. So interrogation, that is very simple questions. Whenever we ask any question to anyone, the figure of speech is interrogation. How could anyone not know? Interrogation idea is expressed in a form of question. That is very simple. Okay, now the eighth one, explanation. Sorry, exclamation means udgar vakya. When exclamation mark is there, that is very simple to identify in any sentence. If there is any exclamation mark, so that is exclamation figure of speech. After O you can see exclamation mark. How wonderful is the rain. The second O, the value of the elderly. Here both the ideas are conveyed in exclamation way. Okay, onomatopoeia stands for the sound. When any sentence describes or shows any sound, for an example, the clock is running tick tick tick. So here tick 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 are the sounds. So the figure of speech is onomatopoeia. There was a roaring in the wild or night. A roaring, it is used for the cry of any wild animal like tiger or lion. The sense of sound is conveyed through the word roaring. Okay, the 10th one, climax. Ideas are arranged in order of increasing importance. When any sentence having a different parts shows increasing importance, that is known as climax. The spectator smiled, giggled and finally burst into laughter. पहले जो देखने वाले लोग थे वो उन्होंने स्माइल किया, हंसने लगे, फिर एकदम से वो बहुत ज़्यादा हंसने लगे. Ideas are arranged in order to increasing importance. Now metaphor and simile kind of they both are same, almost same. But if I talk about metaphor, an implicit comparison is made without using any words such as like, as or so. The comparison is there but without using any word like, as or so. Before this monster was invented. So here the monster is compared with any particular device. Metaphor, the television indirectly compared to a monster. Okay, our world is an institution. So here there is a comparison between world and institution. So that is metaphor without using like, as or so. Okay, the simile, the explicit comparison is made between two things by using such words such as like, as or so. Here the same comparison will be there but there would be identification word. I wandered lonely as a cloud. मैं cloud की तरह यहाँ वहाँ घूमता रहा. His brain becomes as soft as cheese. उसका जो दिमाग है वो चीज़ की तरह सॉफ्ट हो गया. So that is very easy to understand. Okay, the 13th number, synecdoche. Here one idea is understood by mean of another. My hands were busy through the day. So here synecdoche, a particular part of body is used. Any part of anything, like my hands were busy through the day means I was busy, but the way they are describing my hands. The second example, my hands once busy now are still. Synecdoche, parts hands for the whole. If I talk about four wheels, so four wheels, we are only talking about wheels but we are indirectly talking about the car or any of the four-wheeler vehicle. So if any part is used to describe the whole thing, so the figure of speech is synecdoche. Okay, the 14 number, last one, apostrophe. Inanimate things are indirectly addressed. When any of the thing is addressed to someone, a particular, for an example, oh mother, teach our hands to bear. So here there is an address. We are telling to someone, oh mother, teach our hands to bear. The earth is indirectly addressed as if it were a living being. Republic Day of India. Republic Day of India. Your drawing shall begin to work. So here there is an address to Republic Day of India. Republic Day is indirectly addressed as it were a living being. Hope you understood properly. Keep watching my videos, keep working at your home, and you will be definitely able to speak in English very soon, and you will be able to improve your grammar very soon. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye. Have a great day.